This is your News Source Evening Bulletin for today, Friday, the 15th day of March in the year 2019. Here's what we're tracking tonight. In an address to the nation this afternoon, President David Granger assured that it remains his desire that credible elections be held in the shortest possible time. The president said he will continue to ensure that his government's actions are consistent with the Constitution, and he's assuring the nation of credible electoral process. President Granger said citizens must not be intimidated by incendiary insinuations.
Everyone not to be intimidated by incendiary insinuations aimed at instigating disaffection, which could affect preparations for elections. I assure everyone that the government will spare no effort to protect their fundamental rights and freedoms. Guyanese, I am confident that the path we have chosen is the best for the nation.
The president said the resolution to the present political situation requires collaboration.
The resolution of the present political challenges requires collaboration. I am prepared to do my part to ensure credible elections within the shortest time possible this year. The decisions which have to be made and actions which need to be taken, however, are not mine alone. I rely on the Commission's readiness, the provision of funds, and the expansion of time to conduct credible elections by the National Assembly. I rely on the outcome of legal challenges by the Court of Appeal. I rely also on public confidence in the institutions responsible for executing these processes.
The Granger also said he is relying on the readiness of the Elections Commission, the provision of funds, and the expansion of time by the National Assembly to conduct credible elections.
I have written to the chairman of the Commission, again, demanding the presentation of the work plan to me and recommitting the government to doing everything possible to support the conduct of credible elections in the shortest time possible. Guyanese, the government of Guyana is committed to support the rule of law and respect for civil rights. The government will remain committed also to ensuring respect for the Constitution and the independence of the institutions of the state.
The president said there have been attempts to frustrate the work of the Elections Commission with walkouts by the opposition-nominated members. He said he expects that with the advice of the Commission and with the support of the National Assembly, he will be able to proclaim a date for elections as early as possible. Chief Magistrate Anne McLennan this morning threw out the private criminal charges which were filed against the chairman of the Elections Commission and the 3 government-nominated commissioners. The Chief Magistrate said the private charges were frivolous, a waste of the court's time, and an abuse of the court. The charges were filed by local engineer Marcel Gaskin through his attorney Sanjeev Tatadin against the Elections Commission chairman and 3 commissioners, claiming that they had conspired not to hold elections within 90 days following the passage of the no-confidence motion. Only the GECOM chairman and Commissioner Desmond Trotman appeared in court, and the Chief Magistrate did not even bother to read out the charges. She questioned the prosecutors Sanjeev Tatadin and Ganesh Hira about the charges. Tatadin said it was filed because, in his client's opinion, the chairman of the Elections Commission and the 3 government-nominated commissioners had breached the Constitution. But attorney Neil Boston, who was part of the battery of lawyers representing the chairman and the commissioners, said the charges were Mickey Mouse charges and ought not to be entertained by the court. He said the court has no jurisdiction to hear the matter, and the Constitution excludes the court from intervening in the decision-making of the elections body. He said the charges do not disclose any offense known to the laws of Guyana, and therefore ought to be thrown out completely. Attorney Sanjeev Tatadin attempted to get the court to grant him time to amend the charges, but the Chief Magistrate was not having any of it. She said she sees no need to hear any more arguments on the matter since it appeared frivolous and was an abuse of the procedure of the court. The Chief Magistrate also said it was also an attempt to abuse the authority of the court and was nothing more than vexatious. She said the matters could not stand in the court and therefore she threw out the private criminal charges. The move by the private businessman to file charges against the Elections Commission chairman and 3 of the commissioners caught many in the political world by surprise when the action was filed a few days ago. The Guyana Elections Commission is an independent constitutional body tasked with the conduct of elections in keeping with the Constitution of Guyana. Following the passage of a no-confidence vote against the government, the opposition has been pressing the government and the Elections Commission to call elections within the 90-day period, as stipulated by the Constitution. But the same Constitution also caters for an extension of that period, and that will have to be done by 2/3 of the National Assembly. More news coming up in a moment.
We are legions of men standing strong, but never too proud to stoop and help someone. We must send a clear signal to all. Do right, walk in upright ways, knowing that's what being a man is all about. And ever aware that things will only get worse when good men do nothing. Stand strong, be the one to live right.
GBTI is your Guyanese bank, a bank that understands every customer's unique needs, opportunities, challenges, and financial concerns. At GBTI, we see you for you. Whether you're buying a new home or car, planning your next vacation or retirement, saving for your child's future, or whether you're ready to take that bold step of investing in your dream business idea, we are with you every step of the way. We hear your stories and watch you focus on your dreams as we share your aspirations. We are more than just banking. We are a family. We are part of your community. Our commitment extends way beyond the walls of our branches and is demonstrated every day in the opportunities we provide to our individual and business customers. The support, time, and commitment we give back to communities across Guyana to help improve the lives of our Guyanese families. Because we see Guyana through your eyes.
Hello, baby. Yeah.
It's knocked away from Young Huang.
Yo, why you gotta get away from the credit, buddy? I recommend that you for blah blah. Let me actually game, but it's not you that buy back the credit when it's done. Buy back because she money for five.
Activate the GTT Fab 5 plan today. For only 5,005, you get free unlimited calls to 4 of your closest family and friends, 5 gigs of data plus 250 text messages, and your Fab 5 friends can call you for free. GTT Fab 5.
Wait. So who we putting as we Fab 5?
Yours. Welcome back. The government of Guyana is strongly condemning the opposition leader for statements he made yesterday that after March 21, President David Granger will no longer be president. In a statement last evening, the government said the opposition leader's utterances are malicious and intended to create confusion among the population, adding that his statement is also patently flawed and must be rejected outrightly. According to the government statement, there is no provision in the Constitution which requires the president to resign or demit office following the passage of a no-confidence motion. The government reminded that the Chief Justice, acting Roxanne George, on January 31 declared that while the no-confidence motion against the government prompts the resignation of the cabinet and the hosting of elections, it does not dissolve the parliament, which comprises the National Assembly and the president. Article 106(7) of the Constitution specifically states that the government remains in office and the National Assembly may pass a resolution to extend the time for elections beyond the 3-month period within which elections are required to be held. The president, therefore, will remain the president until another president is sworn in. The Ministry of the Presidency said the president has repeatedly, over the past few weeks, said that he is committed to holding credible elections in the shortest possible time this year. Still in the world of politics, the Guyana Elections Commission is assuring that it has never backed down from executing its constitutional mandate and has no plans to do so now. That statement came from the Elections Commission's public relations officer in wake of recent statements accusing the elections body of deliberately not hosting elections within 90 days following the passage of a no-confidence motion. GECOM's Public Relations Officer Yolanda Ward in a statement said training remains a big part of GECOM's preparations. She said the need for rigorous training cannot be overemphasized. According to the PRO, conducting elections is not equivalent to running a cake shop, and GECOM does not want to put itself in a position to be blamed for human error and creating any avenue for the results of the elections to be discredited. She added that the Elections Commission did not utilize a pool of persons for the 2018 local government elections. Extensive advertising was done and also intense training was done for new staff members, but yet the Commission still fell short in some respects, she said. The GECOM Secretariat has presented work plans to the Commission with all the possible options available for the conduct of general and regional elections. Training is the longest activity in all of the options, and it is critical, the public relations officer said. Well, the new MovieTowne Entertainment Complex opened its doors last evening with the owner promising that it will change the face of entertainment in Guyana, especially for families.
Really, it has been a tremendous journey. It is one that I can say at long last, but you know, at the end of every good thing and every great challenges, you do have these great things that happen. And I'm so happy to say, as I stand up here, having just arrived 2 days ago, that it really has transformed into another level. And this is just the first wow. We have a couple more wows to show you by the end of tonight.
The owner and chairman of the company, Derek Chin, he said the opening of the MovieTowne project in Guyana is a journey and a dream come true for him and the MovieTowne brand. He said the business place will transform businesses and entertainment in Guyana in a world-class and high-quality way. The Guyanese-born businessman said he had always wanted to return to Guyana to set up the business that has become a household name in other parts of the Caribbean.
And I want to take this opportunity to tell Guyana that yes, I'm a son of the soil, I'm a Caribbean person, I want to see great things for the Caribbean, and let's make this particularly MovieTowne be the starting point of that turn. Of course, you know, MovieTowne has always been related to things such as the good times. You see the signs outside, let the good times roll. We have a great Fiesta Plaza where we nurture local talent in Trinidad to become now a very big place in the island, and we want to do the same thing here. This is why this stage is here.
Acting Prime Minister and Minister of Foreign Affairs Carl Greenidge welcomed the investment and the opening of the complex in Guyana. He said the government remains supportive of such initiatives and will continue to ensure the climate is always right for investment. Similar views were shared by the Minister of State, Joe Harmon.
We will continue to work assiduously towards ensuring that all investment projects are facilitated and that investors are not frustrated by excessive and unnecessary red tape. That is a work in progress. There's no point at which you ever arrive and say it's all done. So we can give you the undertaking, we've heard you, and we will try to ensure that we live up to that expectation.
There are some real opportunities here in Guyana for investment. We are an investment destination, and I believe the Caribbean and the world will actually see us as that.
The new complex at Turkine is a major investment for the MovieTowne brand and will house not just the movie theaters but several entertainment businesses and restaurants. Across the region is coming up next.
Motor gasoline grades are determined by the octane rating of the fuel. The octane rating of a fuel is the standard measure of the performance of a motor gasoline. GUYANESE Super 95 gasoline is a high-octane premium gasoline. Fuel up and drive with Super 95 from GUYANESE.
Guyana! Extra Beer presents the youngest and the hottest dancehall artist, Alkaline.
We make it pass a little drama. When them all club up themselves, we keep it calm. I feel like my can conquer the world now.
The Conqueror.
Can't stand with Vendetta.
Live on Easter Saturday, April 20th, 2019 at the Guyana National Stadium, Providence. Music by DJ Magnum, Gully Russ, and Diamond, David Hyde, DJ Fresh, DJ Damien, and Andre, Bobby Kush from Jamaica, Super 8 one-man band, Alkaline Live. Alkaline Live, Easter Saturday.
Saturday, 20th of April, 2019. Early bird tickets $2,500. After $3,000. Stage front $15,000. Stay tuned. Tickets out soon. Guyana National Stadium, Providence.
Guyana! It's that time of year again to taste and savor the country's best agro-processed foods. It's all happening at the GMSA's Uncapped Marketplace to be held at the Guyana National Stadium, Providence on March 31 from 10 hours. Come and enjoy delicious foods and healthy local products that blend into an exotic mix to create a true Guyanese flavor. Bring out the entire family for a day of food, games, giveaways, and lots of fun. Admission is free. Don't you miss it!
Across the region right now, we begin in Jamaica with a lottery scamming task force supported by the Jamaican Fugitive Apprehension Team and the police's Special Weapons and Tactics Team. On Wednesday, apprehended an American man who is wanted on an extradition warrant in the U.S. He has been identified as 23-year-old Isaiah Benjamin Stewart of Wind Meadows Boulevard Apartments in Florida. The police say he is wanted on an extradition warrant for drug-related offenses and homicide in the United States. The Jamaican police reported that between 2 a.m. and 5 a.m., officers carried out a special operation on Hopeville Road in Darlington, Westmoreland, where a premises was searched and Stewart was found and arrested. He is currently awaiting an extradition hearing. In Barbados, 3 days after Barbados was blacklisted by some of the world's richest nations as a tax haven, former Prime Minister Owen Arthur has criticized the Mia Mottley administration's decision to sign on to the European Union's taxation policy. Owen Arthur told Barbados today that during his administration, he refused to give the European Union any leverage over Barbadian taxation policies. He said he refused to give the EU or the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development any commitments. On Tuesday, the Council of the European Union, the institution representing the member state governments, listed Barbados among 10 jurisdictions it said failed to implement commitments that they had made to the European Union by an agreed deadline. Late last year, the Mottley administration moved to bring all registered companies' tax rates on par with its low tax rate on offshore businesses domiciled in Barbados. The former finance minister said the government of Barbados has placed itself on the blacklist by signing the taxation agreement with the European Union. And finally, tonight, international news. 49 people were killed and at least 20 wounded in shootings at 2 mosques in Christchurch, New Zealand. Prime Minister of New Zealand Jacinda Ardern described the incident as a terrorist attack and one of New Zealand's darkest days. It is the nation's deadliest attack. A gunman identifying himself as an Australian live-streamed the rampage at the Al Noor Mosque to Facebook. A man in his late 20s has been arrested and charged with murder. 2 other men and 1 woman were also detained. Firearms and explosive devices were recovered. The gunman live-streaming the attack from a head-mounted camera said he was a 28-year-old Australian called Brenton Tarrant. The footage showed him firing indiscriminately at men, women and children from close range inside the Al Noor Mosque. And that's your News Source Evening Bulletin for tonight. I'm Gordon Mosley reporting.